So I'm gonna sort of take these colors for a test run here. So this was the burnt scarlet, and I'm gonna put it on nice and thick like that, and I'm gonna take the blender stick, which is a combination of linseed oil and wax, and I'm just gonna add some to this. What it does is it allows you to kind of pull down. This is a tool from Amazon. It allows you to pull the paint down so that you can see the tonality you'll get when it gets a little bit translucent. So the top tone is this brown, and then as it comes out, it looks like that, as opposed to brown pink, which is right next to it. Here it is, nice on top, kind of a brown with something going on underneath. And then if I do the same thing with the blender stick, pull it out, so you can see the difference in the tonality there between those two. Those of you who know me know that I can't waste this, so I'm going to put it on one of these paintings. This is one of the paintings that's been sitting around, and I'm just going to lay this down right on top of it. It's dry. It's got all this surface. I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to take the other tool that has all this other paint on it, lay it down. Sort of just see the difference of what it does. The burnt scarlet is over here. I move it around, and I can move it around with the tool. I can use my hands, paper towel, put some blender on it. And you can see all this. All of a sudden, you know, some of these things start to pop up, and what happens is it reawakens the paint, so I can actually get in there and scrape back what I have underneath, which is why I spend a lot of time building surfaces, because a lot of what I like to do is to excavate back down. So that's that. Let's just look at some of these colors. This iridescent pewter on top of this red. Actually, let's put on the white first. So I'm just going to take a little of this and move it around. That's the pewter. This is the silver. And I thought this, I never used these, but I think they might become a new. Look at that. That's quite beautiful. That pearl essence. I'm just going to wipe down the tool and just bring this down a little bit. Bring these over. And then if I put it on my piece here, let's see what happens. That's the German silver. That's the pearlescent, iridescent pearl. Picks up all that texture. The iridescent sits in there. What's this? Oh, check this one out. Phthalo turquoise over this red. Looks really dark there, yeah? Wow. As I pull it, you're going to see how beautiful the undertone is. Just using that blender stick to open the paint up and get it to move. amazing. Greens, green, it goes from, depending on what it's over, changes everything. It's actually reading as a black to me in parts here. Get it with a little iridescence. And again, I can remove it, put it on and remove it. Put it over here. See what that does. If I take a little, it's a very high-tech tool of tissue paper, and lay this down, I can remove the paint. Oh la la. Look at that with the iridescence in it. Sorry, getting excited here. Lay that down here. So basically I'm just moving paint at the moment now. Put it down over there, moving it over here, get some subtlety. And also it sops up some of the oil so that it'll dry a little bit quicker. So this is just pigment stick at the moment with the blender stick. That was Phthalo Cobalt. Phthalo Turquoise, sorry. This is Phthalo Blue. And then I'll be done. Let's see what this looks like. Again, I'm not really, I sort of stay away. I don't use a lot of the phthalo, but I think I've changed my, and I have some of this over here. So see the blue? So I might just have to come over somewhere over here and put it, because I don't want to waste it. And this is just a painting and it's sitting around. Wow, look at you. See what the iridescence did to it? It's wacky. Okay, back to phthalo. Again, it's almost like it's a translucent color, and putting it over all of these layers, it just really shows off all the texture. And then over that yellow, now I'm talking green. And the tool can be cumbersome in terms of seeing it, so sometimes I'll just come in and dot it away, take it away, blend the color, or use my hands. And I'm just going to leave that sliver of opacity and that gray, just because it's an interesting shape. And so that is my playtime. Let's check it out. Green. See the surface in here. Again, if I come in here, I can do that and then still come back in and go, not so much. However, every time you scrape back, you get another kind of shift. Oh, look at that. Okay, I could just go on forever here, just moving the paint. Thanks for